Hey, what's up, guys, gals? We're not live, we're recorded. But hey, guess what? I had to come back here and do a recording, you know, another video. Give you guys, a shout out because that other video over in, the Facebook group, we had to take it down because we're trying to show one of our songs that we wrote, and then something else got played, so I had to take that down. I'm doing another, video, another live, tomorrow. I'll let everybody know about that, tomorrow. But anyways, big shout out to Iron Carriers. We got this package in, the mail yesterday. I have your hat on it, which is an awesome hat. I need to make it more of a flat bill, but, that's awesome. Anyways, this package came in probably, last night or, in the evening, sometimes. So we got some awesome decals and all that for, the top of the table. So probably as we get more decals in, we're going to go ahead and start, reshaping, that table back there. When you guys see it, it will be freaking, awesome. So anyways, we got two of these awesome caps from, Iron Carriers. But awesome t-shirt right here we got from Iron Carriers right here. This is awesome. I think that is what, like a, it looks like a 80, 84, 85 or something. This is it's a C30, so that is, awesome right there. And I wear XL, so, when these came in, that was, so awesome. They sent us, another awesome ball cap. This one looks almost like it's three-dimensional skull right here on the front. Then you have Iron Carriers, on the side here. That is, awesome. You guys are so cool. Sent us an Iron Carriers decal for, the back table back there. A couple other smaller decals. Sent us, another awesome shirt. It's an awesome, shirt right here. Check out, the back of it. That is so cool. Iron Carrier. So these guys, they're so awesome. Thank you very much. And I love, the hat. It's a flex fit, guys. And it even though it might be hot outside, it breathes, the nice cold air or breeze, blows right through, the hat. How cool is that? So that is, awesome little care package there. Put their decal back in here. I need to say a big shout out to our buddy Scott Stout, right down there in Snyder, Texas. Excuse me. We're talking about the Kingma for a long time. over in, the lives in the group, and stuff like that. And, Scott believes in, us, the group, and the brand so much that he got us a Kingma that is, awesome. And it works with, iPhone and Android phone. How cool is that, guys? Right here. So, content creators, out there, if you're trying to, it's really what it is. It's a game changer. So if you're trying to up your game out there, start shooting with, the back-facing camera. I know what you guys are thinking. If I shoot with the back-facing camera, I don't have anything to look at. Instead, if I turn my camera over, use the front-facing camera, I can look and do it and see myself, and that right there makes it easier for me. Well, that's where the Kingma comes in. The Kingma, a year ago, they were $149 to $159, right? Well, wrong. Now they are $65 to $99. So that is, a substantial, price drop. So, anyways, big shout out going out to Scott for getting us Kingma. We're gonna use it at like pretty much every show that we can out there, and take it. And it has a magnet on the back of, the monitor, and that adapter is made out of metal, so it sticks right on there with the magnet, and it stays right there. So that's awesome. Big shout out. Thank you, Scott. Scott, you rock, my man. And then let's see here. Need to say a big shout out to Dan Jackson and Anthony Jackson. You guys rock out there. Thank you. We have some awesome decals in here. I guess Dan and Anthony, put some awesome decals in here. This is from Dry Heat Rod and Custom out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So you guys, you rock out there. Thank you. These are going on, that table back there. And then we have to say a big shout out to Brad Garner. Brad sent us 2 awesome decals of his truck. Matter of fact, guys, his truck is going in issue number 6, and that issue comes out September 4th. So if you're not signed up, head over to www.C10AmericaMagazine.com. Get signed up over at, the website. If you're not a member, head over there. If you are a member, type in member 5, and we'll sign you guys up for a full year for only $5. And well, $10 is still, smoking hot deal, guys. But you're a member. We want to thank you for being a member. And we'll get you, pardon me, get you guys signed up for $5 for a year. And then a big shout out going out to our buddy in Parker, Colorado. Let me fix this. Big shout out is going out to our buddy Jeff, aka Roller, out there in Parker, Colorado. He has a little podcast with his buddy Derek, and they go to shows, events all around town, and they talk to guys and gals that own these awesome cars and trucks, and they started a new thing. They always have stickers on them to hand out. They have this one in particular sticker. The only way you can get one is you need to do an interview with them out there. Talk about the car, the truck and all that. And if you do, at the end of your interview, they're gonna give you a sticker, and it was a official lug nut. So you guys out there will be official lug nuts for Rolling with Roller and Derek, out there. So Roller, Jeff has a new podcast he's starting. I'm so honored to help him with getting on that going. He's going to be buying, the gear that I use here in my podcast, which is, awesome, professional sounding, gear. His other podcast, guys, it's called Pedal to the Metal. Pedal to the Metal. And that is over on Facebook. He built the page for it. And then he's getting a website built for it. And then he's going to do a YouTube channel for it. And we're plugging the crap out of that. And rolling with Roller and, Derek as well. You guys don't know, Roller had a show on YouTube, a couple years back called Monster Truck Radio. And he had this podcast, I think not YouTube or maybe both, and it was called Monster Truck Radio. And he was, for a long time, he was an announcer guy at, truck shows and, all that stuff. So anyways, I think that's still on YouTube or somewhere. So you guys got to go check that out, and all that stuff. So anyways, Roller sent us a big box of decals. These are freaking awesome decals. Check out all these, decals right here. And these are going on, that table right back there. All we have to do is we have to get that table ready, prepared, get all, the stuff off it, and get it sanded down, and get these applied to it, and, all that, cool stuff. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to jump on here, give a couple shout outs. If you guys want to, we're looking for more decals. We're looking for a ton of decals. You see that table right there? Kind of messy right now. All those white papers are metal prints that I'll be working on right after I get done with this video. I'll be working on, all those. So, pardon me. Anyways, thank you to Roller for, the decals, and also the Bible that Roller sent to that. That is so cool because I started reading, a page out of, the little Bible that he sent, and then I end my live over in my group with a prayer, and I read it right from the Bible. So that is awesome. But I want to say again, thank you again to Dan and his son Anthony. You guys, you're off the chain out there in Vegas. And then big shout out to Brad Garner. Brad Garner, and just Iron Carriers. You guys, you rock out there. Check out ironcarriers.com. Ironcarriers.com. You can check Brad out on Facebook in our group. Then don't forget, try Dry Heat Rod and Custom. I think there might be a Dry Heat Rod and Custom.com. Check that out. Google that. Don't accept, for me, there's a .com. Go check it out for, yourself. Thank you guys over at, Iron Carriers. You're awesome. Thank you. I was so surprised when I opened the door and I saw this out there. I'm like, what could that be? That is, awesome. And, we're always looking for, content for that podcast. So if you guys have, a cool, awesome, unique story, maybe it's a barn find, maybe it's, a truck that, dad gave you or, grandpa gave you, or, maybe you've had it ever since you were 15. You have an awesome story about it. We want to hear about it. And just contact us or comment right down below. Let us, know. And we'll get you on, maybe a YouTube video or, the podcast or, a live. And something new we're doing here on, the channel, we're doing the truck show rundown where I did the first 10 truck shows. probably maybe tomorrow I'll write it up tonight. See if I can do it tomorrow. And do another truck show rundown, tomorrow for you guys. But I don't know if you heard me over on, the live. If not, hopefully you guys can hear me out here, in YouTube land. But, I went to C10, C10's in the park earlier this year. It was so big. That thing has grown. Oh my God. It has grown. I can no longer by myself take photos of every truck out there. So I'm putting this out there to you guys. If you're a photographer out there, and I can't pay you, but if you want to do it on a volunteer, time, like a volunteer schedule, that would be awesome because I can't pay you doing that. I'm looking for at least, another, person out there that loves, taking, photos. I can tell you what photos I like taking, the sides, angles, all that. But I don't cut off the front or the back of the car or the truck. I get everything in, full frame. So if that's you, and What I can do for you guys, I'll give you credit in, C10 America, magazine. So don't worry about, the stories, the writing, all that stuff we take, and we'll get, the stories and, all that stuff. But if you guys want to help us by getting coverage out there, then we will take and credit you guys as, the photographer for, that magazine, page. And then, something else we're doing, we want to hear from you guys out there. We want to hear what you guys think is, the best truck show out there, and why. Why do you think that is the best truck show out there? We want a 30-second clip, or maybe a 60-second clip of you guys saying why that car show, why that truck show you're at, I'm not car show, that truck show you're at, why that is, the one to go to. And then we'll take and you can email it to us, TexasRich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. That's TexasRich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. We get it, sent to us, and then we'll take and with all these videos from everybody out there, we want to take and put them together and make one kind of maybe half hour long, video of all you guys talking about that thing, talking about, the show, and, just put your little commentary, together, like you're talking about the show. You're really invested in that show. Tell us how you really feel, about that show, and we'll view every clip, that comes in, and not all clips will be put in production in, the video, but we'll view every clip and all that. And if yours is put in there, then we'll put you in, the credits, and we'll take and we'll name drop you here on all the social media. We'll be talking about you, and we'll even get you on that awesome podcast. So you'll be worldwide, baby. So we love that. We love you guys. Thank you for watching, another awesome video right here on YouTube. This is midday morning recordings right here on YouTube. It's not the early morning. It's mid-morning, where it's mid-afternoon rundown, Plus, we wanted to get on here and thank you guys, again. So if you want to send, any decals, stickers, go right ahead. We need to fill up that table right back there. We're doing a 5-part video. Number 1, taking everything off the table. Number 2, sanding, prepping the table, getting it ready for sticker application. Number 3, we're applying all the awesome decals that you guys send us. Number 4, we're putting, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. we're putting 6 coats of clear on it, gloss clear. So we're going to make the decals we put on there kind of 3-dimensional, come up through, the clear coat. It's going to be freaking awesome and amazing. And 5th, the last video, we're going to take and bring it back in from outside. We're going to start putting the new skirt on it and putting, everything you see back here, back on it, the mics, everything. So it is good to go. So anyways, if you're out there thinking about sending any decal stickers, anything our way, go right ahead. And also, guys, if you're thinking about, hey, I'll send them a hat or a t-shirt, we'll wear it here on, the YouTube videos, and then we'll take it, we'll wear it over, on the live, so you guys will see us wearing it. We'll promote you or your brand, so we're gonna promote everybody's brand on, on the podcast right back there as well. So not only do people on YouTube see it and over on Facebook, but, the entire world is going to hear about your brand on that awesome podcast. By the way, guys, we're on Spotify. We're on Apple iTunes. We're on, I think, Google Podcasts. We're on, all these other podcasts, platforms and all that. By the way, Spotify is, the one that Joe Rogan's on over there. That one, yeah, that one. And we're worldwide. So, somebody from Sweden can hear about your brand and say, you know what, I like these guys. I want to pay them a visit either by phone, by in person, what have you. So anyways, thanks for clicking on, this episode. This is midday mornings on YouTube. So thank you for, watching and clicking. By the way, guys, this is all I do every day. I run the YouTube channel, run the Facebook, run the podcast, the magazine, everything. So C10 America is in my blood, baby. It is, something I really, really, truly believe in. And for that, our group over there in Facebook, are you ready? Are you sitting down, guys? It is 68.3 thousand. 68.3 thousand. That is, awesome over there. We grew it on December 9th, 2022. We're at 0. At 0. And myself getting on here, talking to you guys, all the time, doing lives after lives after lives. It grew it to what it is, and that is, awesome. And so, and we'll be at these shows coming up. We'll be at the Rat Pack 2026 show on May 16th. That'll be next year. The one will be at this year. The 2 will be at Classic Truck Nationals right down there in Gainesville, put on by Sean and Diane Settles right down there That'll be awesome. And then our buddy Andy Welch will be down there too with Mr. Disorder. You guys got to see that truck. That truck is pretty bitch and badass. Then Sean's truck. Sean got some new shoes for his truck. Then Diane, I think it has a 70 or 71 or something. That is awesome right down there. So anyways, guys, be sure you check out those shows we'll be at. And then that orange t-shirt just fell on the ground back there, but it is the Twister Fest car show up in Chickasha, Oklahoma, put on by Curtis Hart, by J.C. Reed, and by Chris Walsh. These guys are awesome at what they do. Miss Terry and myself went a year ago to the first show up there, and it was freaking amazing. This year, check this out. This year, they gave us a spot for 50 trucks. They gave us a spot for 50, C10s right up there. And they said, guess what, guys? Double guess what? They said, if we fill up the 50 spots, they'll give us another 50. That's awesome. And space is no limit. Pardon me, the nose. They have over 88 acres up there. 80 acres. And you can camp and fish up there. And they have 250s diners out there. They have a venue out there enclosed for, concerts. They have country concerts, rock and roll concerts, all that up there. It'll be October 3rd and 4th. We'll be up there. We'll have our booth up there. We'll be up there Friday and Saturday. So you guys need to check it out. It'll be pretty, amazing, up there. So anyways, don't forget, tomorrow at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, we'll be over in, C10 America in, the group over there. And by the way, guys, I think I can play you a little bit here. Remember, guys, I said that we had some pretty big news over in, the group. Oh, we play that for you guys. And then part of, another thing, came on. So I want to try and play it a little for you guys. Now, this is not the real deal yet. It'll be, we have to fine tune it, and stuff like that. But my buddy Roller Jeff out there in Colorado, myself, will be writing a song for, the group, for, the brand. It's going to be the C10 America anthem. And so everybody out there with C10 trucks will be able to, get our soundtrack, download it and play it, and stuff like that. Here we go. Anyway, that is only a little clip of what we're working on, for C10 America, guys. So that is, remember I told you, we have some big things to come, in, C10 America, and that is one of them. So, anyways, our buddy, Jeff Roller out there in Colorado, you know, um, we took and we put this song together, and then, he had a friend of his, kind of, just put it together, and lend his voice to it. We need to fine tune it. He's not the original, voice that will be heard, on the, song, but we wanted to get the song, out there, so you can, hear about it. And we have, somebody else in mind to, sing that, song. You guys probably heard of them. And they have videos probably here on Facebook. So, anyways, without letting the cat out of the bag, we want to talk to, that person first and, see if that happens. If not, we will work on, plan B. You always need a plan B. Because if plan A, or part B, does not work, you need a plan B. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I need to do some, work and, all that. And probably you guys out there as well need to do some work and, all that. Scott, get back to work, man. You need to get back to work. So we love you. We'll see you guys soon. We'll do another YouTube video tomorrow. We're doing YouTube videos every day because we're trying to grow, this site. And that's how much we believe in, C10 America. We totally believe in it, that it is, the next big thing. And we believe in it so much, we keep on doing videos on YouTube. Over on Facebook, we're doing lives Monday through Friday, but we're still doing YouTube videos. We want to get YouTube caught up to, the group, over yonder. Thank you guys so much for clicking on, this episode. If you guys want to help out our channel, be more than, awesome, there's a link right down there in the description, guys. If you want to click that, whatever you donate, a quarter, whatever that totally helps out, goes out to, the podcast, goes out to help us get out to, those awesome shops, man caves, garages, all that. And I'm doing all this stuff. This is, somebody asked me, the other night, hey, what's your full-time job? My full-time job is a content creator. This is, my full-time job. I'm on here, all the time. I'm on Facebook, all the time, promoting, all this stuff, everything. So, if you guys out there want to help out, that's great. If you can, awesome. If you can't, that's good too. That's awesome. All we ask you, if you can help out, just help out by sharing the group or sharing, in this case, sharing, the channel with somebody that maybe somebody they have a C10 and maybe they're thinking about redoing it. They have a cool, awesome story, but you know what? Nobody has ever, spoken to them, about their story, and we want to share that with you guys. And we want to be able to go to different towns and different cities, even different states. We are C10 America. So we're wanting to come out to your shop, in a different town, and sit down with you and talk to you about, the shop, and just shop talk, all that stuff. So anyways, we'll talk to you guys soon. We're dropping another episode tomorrow. So remember, we love you guys. Stay blessed. Have a great day. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.